Welcome back, everyone, to the second part. Dave.
He's such a beautiful
Dave.
boy.
Dave.
Hi.
God,
Sorry.
I willingly hang out with you people.
More for
You know
you.
why?
Yeah. So, Alov and Sophia. Where do you meet? Is it at Alov's workshop?
Oh yeah, I have 100% like a bang on your door in the middle of the day, and I'm like, bang bang bang. Excuse me, hello.
Oh my god. Might actually be a customer. Elf says to himself out loud.
Yes, because the last woman outside your door definitely didn't cause any problems.
Certainly didn't.
Hello, is this the residence of the strange tools man?
Hold on. I'm coming down. He puts on his masonry apron thing. Not masonry, that's not what I mean. But the thick.
Yeah, the leather apron thing.
Comes on downstairs. If you're a dwarf, I was just wondering, would you put in extra steps in between the steps in your own house?
Now
I
just
don't know.
picturing
I don't think so.
like walking downstairs, and for some reason it's amusing to me. Do, 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 do.
I don't think so. Dwarves aren't that much shorter than...
Yeah, I can never get a guesstimation for fantasy dwarves.
Yeah. I picture Alov being 4 feet.
Yeah, that might be. Yeah, so it should be fine. I mean,
Yeah.
dogs can climb stairs.
Yeah, we're
I
not...
always just pictured dwarves as being like the height of some very short women I've known.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, on the short end of actual legit dwarfism, I think.
The tall end.
Sorry, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he makes his way downstairs, and opens up the front door. Good afternoon. This is Strange Tools. I'm a dwarven artisan at your service.
I'm like, hello, your friend insulted me in the marketplace the other day. But I believe he's dead now.
Sorry. Oh. Wait. Which friend are you referring to? I mean, I've not seen my dwarf companion since this morning, but that would be quite a
Is it
feat.
another dwarf?
Oh. Yes. Don't worry about that.
I'm like, yeah, and I'm like, do they also make tools?
No, they sell wine.
She's like, wine.
I could invest in wine.
And she's like, I couldn't afford your tools last time I came to, I saw them, but now I have money. And she holds up this pitiful small bag of coins, and she's like, so I was thinking that maybe, now you might be open to a trade. I'm really more of a painter, but I've been thinking about doing more sculpture recently. I sold my first painting just today.
Wow, that's fantastic. I'm glad to hear it. It's a huge first step on one that takes many years of practice.
And yeah, and she definitely says, yes. I had special paints made by my husband, and I definitely made sure that everyone knew exactly who had made the paints.
Well, attribution of craftsmanship is always a worthy goal.
I think yes,
You should
definitely
sell
definitely
me-
important.
You should sell me your tools for exposure.
Here's the thing. Well, that's certainly an amount of money. You're aware that these tools I made, humans cannot make these. These are a special secret of my people that I've brought here. They're worth as much as many great works in the plaza itself.
I'm like, I understand. If you have another buyer, then that's fine. I'll not. I'm happy to take you. I'm happy to take whatever you can, whatever tools you have that that will aid me in my work, so that I can tell everyone about how great the tools I have are.
Well,
I normally paint with my fingers, but that's but sculpture does not. But sculpture makes that a limiting factor.
Well, there's always clay. I shouldn't be underselling my. No, if you want to buy tools, I should sell you tools. Yes.
If yeah, I'm like, yes, you should sell me tools.
I could certainly make you a set that would be more within or more acceptable for someone starting out in sculpture. These ones wouldn't make very much sense for you anyway.
I'm like, and like I like wander over and I like pick up the Dremel, and like except I pick it up by like the head end and it starts and the handle starts to spin and I'm like, oh, and I put it down and I'm like, maybe something a little simpler.
Yes, of course. No, I'd absolutely be happy to. I don't know how long it takes me to make a set of tools, however.
I'm like, it's okay. I definitely say it's okay. I don't have anything else booked for the afternoon.
Well, in that case, I'll see what I can do, and you can. I think there should be some more of looks around conspiratorially. There might be some more of the less expensive wine still hanging around here somewhere.
It's a dangerous game.
Yeah, she's like, well, well, I did just sell my first painting. There is need for a celebration.
Of course. Yes, whatever you can find in the kitchen should be fine. Just don't tap anything that hasn't already been. So, I'm sure.
I'm like, so like, yeah, I put the money down on the table and I go into and I head into the kitchen.
Question?
Yeah, what's up?
Didn't the fancy booze proc greed, and it's a work of dwarven masters, and you're letting
This isn't
hazard human into the kitchen without supervision?
This is the human stuff.
Okay.
I'm not. I had to pass a bunch of tests to get any of that.
Okay. Just checking.
Okay, craftsman. Skills like blacksmithing, weaver, and carpenter are measured in days and weeks. It takes a day to make a batch of horseshoes. It takes weeks to make a mail shirt. I can attest to that. It takes a long time to make a mail shirt.
So I have. So here's the thing. I have a workshop. What I'm looking for here is something that is going to be additionally helpful on top of that.
Well, so you have a painting workshop.
I have a painting workshop. Okay, so this is to have a toolkit for
sculpture.
Sculpture. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, my workshop is a black metal workshop, and I have sculpting tools as well.
So I will say I did check the benefit of the workshop is you can get help while you're inside the workshop.
Interesting.
So like if you had an apprentice or a friend.
I could get an apprentice.
With one coin, yeah. Okay, so looking to make you stone art tools, sculpting tools is obtuse. Can I try that if we take a day?
Yeah.
Can you just push that because I'm not doing like anything else yet.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Sophia, when you go in the kitchen, yeah, there's a sort of oak, like a small oak keg, that's sitting on a counter, with a tap in it, and two like clay mugs next to it.
Oh, I absolutely, yeah, like pour my two drinks and head back in.
Mm-hmm. It's
And
like
then,
it's like a stout.
Okay, yep, cool.
Can I fork sculpture into making sculpting tools?
Hell yes.
Sick.
Hell yes. Those are some good tools.
Those are good
Those are
tools.
some real good tools.
I think most of the successes go into like making them quickly because it's like, oh shit, I've got a sale. Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Wow, it's actually a success. Holy shit.
Yeah, Sophia, you sit with your mug of ale, watching this dwarf hammer away, like this in like, I don't know, like maybe in like your like servant days, if you ever went near a forge, and like forges are hot. This is really hot. Like you have to sit at the other side of the room, to like bear the heat that's coming off like the forge.
Takes a drink. My, what muscly arms you have. Takes another drink. It's very hot. You seem to be getting quite sweaty.
No, it's all right. I'm used to it. They used to make them. You know, this is all just coal-fired. Back in the, you just kind of like reached up, just like pull something. I used to heat the forges back in the hold with. Our word for it, it comes out as fire rock, where it's molten. Not seen anything.
Rocks. She's like, rocks melt.
Get them hot enough. Yeah,
She's like, I'm sure you. She's like, I'm sure you can get them hot enough.
Oh, please. Yeah, he just like, well, just like tries to focus on what he's doing, and he does manage to.
I mean, I think there a seduction?
There's a seduction roll here.
There's a seduction roll
What do
here.
you want me to do? What are you seducing me for?
Oh, I want a discount.
Oh, okay. It's a seduction link testing to haggling that we both don't have.
I mean, it can't. Can I link test a thing that I don't have?
Yes. You can link test
Okay.
to a thing you don't have, but you can't fork it to a thing you don't have.
All right, cool, great. Your will is 5, isn't it?
Oh, it is. That's weird. I thought it was lower. No, it is 5. Forgot I'm a dwarf.
Yep. I mean, I'm just trying to get myself in trouble. So before I roll this, we should talk about like what failure looks like.
Yes. Yeah.
Failure condition, I think, is that he doesn't see it as like friendly flirting, and he gets like a bit too into it. I think, because he's very kind of
He's trying to practice talking to people.
exactly. He's like, oh, it's working. I'm doing to talk to someone. Oh my god, when I put my mind to it, the human women, they love it.
Oh yeah, you don't have seduction.
Sweet. Okay.
Oh great. Oh, this is perfect.
Well, that difficult will test.
Won't you show me how to use those tools?
Oh yes, I've done a great job. I think you'll find.
Piston chisel.
Yeah.
Do we fade to black? Is that what happens?
Jeez.
Can we fade to black on like the scene from Ghost, but you're having a chisel stone?
Oh my god, did you make her a pottery wheel? And then but you have to show her how to use it, but because your arms are so much shorter, she has to go on the outside.
Oh dear. All right.
And then adding on like a backpack.
If that's what happens, that's yeah.
Great.
Sure. It's funny. I think that's funny.
Oh god.
Well, I'm not getting a discount, so you can. But I like the idea that like I don't get a discount, but I do accidentally sleep with you. Like
Yeah, you don't get a discount, but you up your dick count.
that you know like I like the idea that like. Oh god.
Oh god.
I was gonna say I like the idea that like the next day or whatever, like Elov is like lights a cigarette and is like, well that'll be £50.
Oh god.
This is a good instinct. I'm a fan.
It's just like leave the money on the dresser.
Leave the money on the
It's a pastry on the dresser.
Leave the money on the
That's a tip there for you.
Nice.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you give me that one coin, I will.
Yep.
Actually,
Cool.
you don't just trade coin. You still have to make a resources test,
I still have to make a resources test.
and then I get coin. How does
Yeah.
that work?
I mean
Okay.
I don't know.
I guess like it could be generating coin or generating funds for Elol,
Yeah.
maybe.
So
yeah,
like,
that would make it of 2 to generate 1. I think,
Hey,
which feels difficult.
what's
impossible.
the ob for buying this? What's the ob for buying this toolkit?
Probably only 1. Because it's like a single object toolkit that you make.
Yeah.
Oh, as we brought up earlier, do we need to make any kind of rolls for usage of materials?
I use my workshop.
Okay. Does that just have a bottomless supply?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That is a successful test.
Yeah.
I do actually manage to give you the money, you know, in amongst all of this nonsense.
Yeah.
It's I guess it's like representative of.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bit of like working together to get
Mm-hmm.
the materials for it, and you manage to like, okay, change from the materials is enough to cover the labor. Sophia loses a coin.
Yeah.
I gain a coin. I
Yeah.
mean, it seems fair, and you get the test, which is slightly better for you than just.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're on 1 resources, you only need that 1 success to go up to 2, pretty much.
Don't you need
I'm on. No, you need one routine, 1 difficult, 1 challenging.
I think it's a difficult or challenging.
Yeah. Yeah. It's 1.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
And also, yeah,
Yeah.
ob 1 counts as like all of those when you're 1.
Pretty much.
Yeah, which is handy.
Okay, so shall I mark down? I got 1D cash. Yeah.
So I need to make
Yeah.
1 more resources test before I can.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. think
Yeah.
that.
So something
You
something
need
to think
get
about.
cash in somehow.
Yeah, something to think about in the future is like if you get cash, like if you actually want to make that like investment, you could do it by using the cash to create a fund.
Mm-hmm.
Making the fund is something far out of our reach at the moment, though.
You
Like,
could make
yeah,
a 1D
yeah, no, that's-
fund.
I think that's
1D
even.
fund is still up like 4 or 5.
Is it
I
really?
think it's 2 times the exponent of the fund plus 1. I think,
Really?
and
Is it?
then
So
it's like 2 times the amount of cash die. It's the obstacle for making cash, and then 2 times plus 1 for making a fund.
Double the amount plus 1. Okay, yeah. So it's up 3 for a
Yeah.
1D.
adult 3 is impossible for you at this point.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. Cool.
Sure. Very sweet. I
Yeah.
could make a test with 3 dice today. So I could do.
Mm.
Ooh.
I wouldn't want to, because it would be incredibly unlikely to fail. I mean, unlikely to succeed.
Cool. Well then.
That was a good day for
Oh.
Elof.
Yeah.
He was feeling
Yeah,
pretty
he-
down about things. It was rough.
He made it. He made a cool thing. He got paid for it. He got laid.
Yeah.
We got drunk.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Just all of the happier endings.
Mm-hmm. Nika,
Yeah,
I've made it with a
a
woman.
series of
It's
increasingly
fun,
happy
man.
endings.
Series of happy events.
Yeah. Okay. Finbar, do you wanna?
Sure. Let's have a chat with Elia.
Yeah.
See, imagine we are like back at my house, and yeah, like I mean, she does work for me.
Yeah.
So I like call her into my office as I'm like filling out some bits of paperwork and such.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and she drops like a pile, like a stack of like forms, and says the contracts for the DeMarco
Yeah.
business.
Pick them up, give them a quick glance. Go, so looks like you did a fine job. Thank you. Please, I need to have a brief word with you. Take a seat. Take a seat.
Yeah, she sits down. She
Yeah,
like fidgets with her like fingers when she sits.
Yeah, and I like get up, and I think there's like a pot of tea, by the side of like when I get up and I pour us both a glass, and I go, a few things I need to talk about with you. First, business. You've been under my employ for a little while now, and I've seen, and like tap the stack of papers. You've picked up the work that we do here very like fish to water.
The numbers were the hard part. The letters are easy.
Like, just for a brief aside here, she does have the trait child prodigy. She's actually smarter than me. She just doesn't know as much yet.
Yeah.
But she has, I think, quite
Don't worry. I know how to play this. I used to be gifted and talented.
a...
Wow.
Whoa!
Pulling that one out.
Woof.
Were none of us not? I feel like everyone was at some point.
Everyone who plays role-playing games, certainly.
Yeah.
Does feel that way. But yeah, so I go, regardless, you've done an admirable job. As part of the brief exchange I made with Mateus, I offered him some support from our office for a while. I would like to send you to be his assistant for a day a week or so, for about a couple months, just to support him. I think it would be good for you to see a slightly broader perspective on the way that this city works, and also
She's like, I don't think there'd be a very broad perspective. His office is very small.
True. There's a reason I'm not employed by the city. And yeah, like we are sitting in my very nice office.
Yeah.
Which is easily like 4 times the size of his. But it's always handy to have friends within the industry of government, and well, it's good to understand it. I have found that my success is less in being the best at any one thing and more about a wide field of knowledge. I feel you could benefit from that. But as I'm going to be putting you under, giving you more responsibility, I wanted to have a discussion with you. While you're living with me and working for me, obviously, I will expect you to perform your duties as my secretary and assistant, and I'm invested in your future, Delia.
Is that a banking joke?
An unintentional one, but hey, we don't often get humor in this business. Me and your mother were very close once upon a time. We lost touch when our lives all went in separate directions. And I intend to make good on everything that we used to be together. And I want to support you in what you want to accomplish. I think I'm working on giving you a good grounding from which to make that decision in an informed way. But at the end of the day, it should be your decision. And so I am interested, do you have something that you are interested in, something you are chasing after?
Do you have hobbies?
Yeah.
Like, what is your life?
You have a knife that you keep on you all the time and a bird in your room, and that's really all I know about you. Yeah, and I guess I don't know what the skill to get a teenager to open up to you about their aspirations is.
Child rearing.
Persuasion.
Well, persuasion, yeah.
She's 2 life paths.
Intimidation.
No, she's better at that.
That's how the school system does it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Persuasion is
Yeah, I think, and especially it's not. I think it's not child rearing because I'm not treating her like a child.
how do I reach these kids? Wise?
Yes. But like, I'm not a Adriana is not a parent.
Yes.
She's not
Yeah.
treating
Yeah.
her like
Yeah.
a child.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Persuasion. Yeah.
Okay. So what's Elia's will again?
I don't know. You made the character.
I did. She has a will of 3.
Yeah.
Okay. So. Persuasion, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Can I fork? I mean, she is a person within the city. I'm trying to find where she wants to be within the city, but
No.
it's trying to go for that noble wise on a noble thing. But
You have like people of the city wise.
yeah. The thing is, I know she has a belief where she looks up to.
I'm deleting this belief that says Bianca is really cool.
She's great.
No.
It's a bad belief, but
It's
also
a
she's not
bad
a player character.
belief. I'm deleting
She's not a
it.
player character.
I get to decide what her beliefs are.
Okay.
Bianca rules okay.
Mm-hmm.
Look, we're her cool crime mums.
Yeah.
I don't think I have anything here that is super relevant to getting through to these teens. So I'm gonna have to hope that mummy.
Turns out you have no experience in actually parenting.
Weird that. It's almost like I inherited a daughter at when I was not prepared for one.
Yeah.
Because one person was like, I will no longer be able to look after this person, and another person was like, I cannot.
Okay, yeah, make that
Yeah,
persuasion
so base score 3. Boom. Oh, dang! Look at that.
test. Yeah.
Persuasion test.
And so she fidgets for a bit. She's kind of looking at the floor. And she says, "You'll think I'm stupid."
I was 17 once. I know it's hard to believe.
And
And my wild 17-year-old ambition carried me to this room. People thought a girl from the slums who said she'd be rich one day was stupid too.
And she says, "Hey, you've treated me so well. You've given me all these nice things and taught me all these important skills, but do you remember you remember when I was little? Very little. There was a group of traveling mummers. There was a woman with them. She was tall and blonde, and she had the most beautiful voice. She sang this song about how the sun kissed the sea. I want to sing.
Oh gosh.
I thought it was going to be, when I grow up, I want to be a lesbian. But...
She's definitely not that. She definitely already has a secret boyfriend.
Yeah. Secret.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's a moment of, oh gosh, another romantic. Oh, okay. A singer. Well, you picked the right city for it, I suppose. Well.
Mother always said I had a natural talent, but I never got to practice.
I've heard you in the mornings, dear. You're not bad. Could maybe do with a bit more teaching, but such things can be arranged. And coincidentally, we are in the process of acquiring a space in the Piazza, so hopefully that will motivate your work. Performers need places to perform in. Make you a deal. You keep Mateus happy. Perform your duties there admirably. I will see about organizing you a teacher of some description. Someone to polish talent into skill. One cannot coast on natural ability.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, if you apply yourself, we'll see where it goes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna circles a singer or singing teacher.
Yeah, you're like a singing teacher, someone who has
Yes.
both sing and
instruction.
instruction. Yeah.
Yeah. Who I imagine in this city is a reasonably like wealthy person.
I mean,
there's at least a few of them.
you could find literally like at every price point. You could
Yeah.
find someone who could do that.
I mean, yeah, like, and I don't want to be like, I'm not going to hire like the singing teachers of the nobles because
Yeah.
I think Adriana will have the it's the Alienware gaming PC of like I'm just paying for a brand at this point.
Yeah.
But she'll find someone good. Yeah. I kind of want to make two. So yeah, I think before Elia leaves, I go. I'll start looking for that. But I need you to run some things down for me. Would you be able to find where and when our little auction for the Fiora Rosa, when it'll be announced, where the papers will be distributed? I want to put some people to shuffle them away into hands that won't be interested in the property we're looking for. Give us an advantage on the day.
Hey, Joanna, it's already the evening. The auction's in the morning. The people who will be there will be there.
Well, okay. Which if that's true, like Adriana wouldn't say that. Because
Yeah. The implication from Mateus was that
no one will know, basically.
yeah, like it's gonna be like a last minute addition to an auction that's majority boats. So there's probably not going to be anyone there that wants to buy a theatre.
Sure.
I don't know. I feel like I saw a bit of a skit where there was a choice between a boat and a mystery box.
Or you can trade it all in for what's in the box.
Mm-hmm.
It could be a theatre.
Okay, yeah. I'm trying to think. Is there anything I do want to set Elia to that's like, let's get an advantage on this place? But I don't think there is. In which case, yeah, I'll just I will send her off to go pursue her interest for the evening. And yeah, I will look into like circling up a singing teacher for her.
Yeah. The things that Elia are good at are not pushing papers. She could go stab someone. You could send her to stab someone.
I'm trying to find her like streetwise jobs of like
Yeah.
go chat to people, find out who cares about this, tell me who they are.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll set her off to go do like her own thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's make a circles roll.
Yeah. Okay. Let's have a look at the old circles. Obs. I feel like I go to this page the most, and I should probably mark it in my book. Okay. An uncommon occupation. Like it's not a specific or rare occupation because there are singing teachers throughout the city.
Yep. We're in the city where you're most likely to find these sorts of people.
Are you looking for someone who's the same like social class as you?
I mean, similar, like professional.
Yeah, are you looking for
outwardly
someone
facing
who
legal.
like who is actually like rich?
Yeah, I want someone who's like probably not as like in the same way I am not banking for the nobles. I'm banking for wealthy city types.
Yeah.
They teach like the kids of wealthy merchants or
Yeah.
similar.
Yes. Okay. Disposition, character, knowledge doesn't matter. Time and place doesn't matter. So that's an ob-free circles test.
Okay.
Unless you want it, like someone who
Like likes me, but I don't.
like it like you could add an ob and maybe it'll be cheaper, but
I will cover that with money when we get there.
yeah.
Cool. Can I fork my reputation as being the Silver Siren to know I can pay? Because like when you send some letters to some people and it's like, rich lady gets a letter from rando, she goes, eh. Rich lady gets a letter from famously wealthy person.
Isn't your reputation as the Silver Siren the Silver Siren is a loan shark who kills people?
It's not a negative reputation. So like there is some like dangerous rumors associated to it, but it is like she's a wealthy lady who came from a rough background but has like is self-made in that way. So I think like there are definitely people who have a negative association with that reputation, but like because it is a positive reputation, it is very much a thing of like this lady who kind of clawed her way out of like a very poor area of the city. And
and is that a city-wide reputation?
Yeah, it's a 2D one, so it's pretty.
Yeah, you can add that.
And then can I add my affiliation with a banking guild because she has to bank with someone.
She's not a banker.
She's not. No, she isn't a banker, but she has to bank with somebody.
So
and like,
no.
What's the point of being in the big?
I am on the board of chairmen for Santander. Perhaps you've heard of them.
No, it's like, yo, anyone know any singing teachers?
No, that's not how affiliations work.
Dang.
If you want to circles up a banker, you could use your affiliation with bankers.
Dang. Bull. Okay. Cool. Is it worth making a wise test first?
I've already told you the ob.
Oh, you've told me the op, haven't I?
So
I mean, I'm gonna roll it either way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's. Yep. Where's the button? There you are. Okay. Modifiers 2. Not gonna spend Arthur. Base obstacle 3, wasn't it? Wow.
Wow.
That's not ideal.
Wow. Who'll let Owen Olsen in there?
Yeah. That is not a success.
No. Good old Enmity equals.
I find a singing teacher who hates me. Okay, to the enemy circles section. We need a name for this person.
Yeah.
Do we think? I mean, let's.
So the guy I'm picturing
Okay.
is the guy from The Good Place.
There are several men in
The one with the white hair who wears the suit, the main guy in
yeah.
The Good Place.
What's his name?
Michael.
Michael.
Yes.
Michael Good Place. What's the name of that actor?
I don't know. Yeah. Ted Danson.
Ted Danson.
Yeah.
Ted Danson.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah. His name. Let's grab my old fancy name generator bullshit.
Ignacio. That's Spanish.
He could be Spanish.
It could be.
A
foreigner in the city.
Let's. There should be like Renaissance names. Here we go. Yeah. Like all of the Spanish surnames are just like de Valencia, de Barcelona, and I'm like, okay.
I mean, if we just
Calderon.
come up with a city
There we
in our
go.
weird
Okay.
pseudo Spain, we can.
Yeah, so Ignacio, which I don't actually know how to spell, so I'm gonna guess.
I would go for
Calderon.
Ignacio.
Yeah,
Ignacio, what? Sorry.
Calderon.
Calderon.
Yes.
Isn't that like the crater in a volcano? That's caldera.
That's Caldera.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ignacio Calderon, the singing teacher played by Ted Danson. Why do we think he doesn't like me? Or is that a secret? Is it just that he thinks he's better than us materialist types?
No, I don't think it's that he necessarily doesn't like you. So I think we get we get the scene of like you and him meeting, and he's like kind of cold and like very stuck up, and he's a music teacher. And then you introduce him to Elia, and he's like, no, this cannot do this, nope, absolutely not.
Would you kindly explain to me why?
She is completely the wrong build. She cannot be a singer.
She's 17. She has time to grow into any build she particularly needs to. The girl has no lack of ability to apply herself if you need her to bulk up for singing. I'm not an artist.
Not what I mean. Look at her chest. Not that part of, look at her. Look at her ribs. She does not have the lung capacity for singing.
You seem to make an awful lot of decisions about what she can and cannot do based on a single first impression without hearing her sing.
I don't need to hear someone sing to know if they're a good singer.
Like there's a moment of like, you'll excuse me, but I work in an industry where we judge people based on hard facts and numbers about the performances of their business, not just a vague impression upon meeting them.
This is not business, madame. This is art.
And here I believe we were in a city where any artist could succeed if only they tried hard enough.
Whoever told you that is a liar.
Show him one of your skills. The stabbing one.
And Elia is like standing there like really uncomfortable. Like she's like completely like withdrawn into herself.
Yeah. I mean, okay. Yes, I
I mean,
like.
it doesn't sound like this gentleman can stand up to a lot of a beating. You could just have him beaten until he does what you want.
I mean, we're not there yet, and that won't happen while I'm in the room. Plausible deniability and all that. But yeah, so I will. I like sigh for a moment, take a sip of tea, put the cup back down, and lean forward and go, Senor Calderon, I walk through the piazza every day, and I see 100 people who look like street rats and gutter filth, pulling out things that I could not possibly imagine. It is of my understanding that art, it's a form of expression. You can be good at it in spite of a lot of what may not be traditional. I've been lectured on the subject many a time, at least. Might I recommend, or indeed humbly request, that you listen to my charge Elia here perform before you make this judgment? I think I'm rolling persuasion here.
Yes, give me 1 second.
I unfortunately can't fork the platonic romance of artistry. But
Yeah.
okay. I'm trying to think if there's a way to just go. I'm sure we can make it worth your while and fork in money. But can I fork in city-wise for we live in the city of great art. Fucking this shit can work, my man. There's 100 people a day doing things that everyone tells them are impossible or stupid or ridiculous, and some of them have succeeded in spite of these things.
Oh wow, the obstacle of sing is the will of the listener. Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa.
That's weird.
But
Yes.
it's all the musical instrument stuff about moving the emotions of people.
Yeah, singing is the art of celebrating and communicating through voice, verse, and tune. Can be used to soothe, invigorate, and inform.
The musical instrument one is you can convey a feeling to this person that they will then resonate with them. It's the obstacle is their will. It's actually quite a powerful skill, in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
But I need to persuade him to listen first.
Yes.
So.
So. This is the bit where you'll hate me, because singing is rooted in will, and he's a really good singer. So he's probably got 5 or 6 will. We'll go 5 will.
Yeah. He's no Alessandra, but he's still got 5 will.
Yeah.
Which is then +2 for the enemy circle
Yes.
as well. Cool, great, love it. Big fan. I need routine persuasion tests.
Stop failing your circles.
I mean, I wouldn't have got a routine either way. I mean, I will make reference to I will try to appeal to greed, and be we can make this worth your while. Having star pupils is good. Wouldn't you like money?
Yeah. So the failure here is not that he won't do it. It's the failure is that it's just going to cost you more.
Okay.
I
mean, if I feel like I could just pay, okay.
Yeah.
If I feel like I can just pay the man, I might just do that.
I have told you the of the test, so you do.
Yes, let's try. So, try and pull in currency wise, if that's or haggling one of the two to be I will make this worth your while.
Haggling.
Okay.
Yeah.
City wise for that thing we discussed before.
No.
Do we think that counts?
No.
Okay. I'm not lying. I've appraisal isn't there. No. Okay. I can help her performance, but so I have one modifier. Spend Arthur because I care about this girl. Base obstacle 7. Great.
Good job.
Wait, what the hell? If I want to spend a call on and I want to spend fate, which order should I do that in? Is it the call on first?
Yes.
Yeah. So how many failed dice do I have there? 1, 2, 3. So space 3d6. So this is my driven. 1 extra success, 1 extra 6. So I have 2 6s.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna pour everything I can into this. So I'm spending fate. 2 more successes. 5 against 7. I would have beaten as well. That's so annoying.
Mm-hmm. So he like stops you, and he says, "You do not hire me to create someone who is just another rat on the street singing about just the rain. You hire me to create the greatest artists and greatest singers this city has ever known. Have you heard of Aurelia Dimitri? Have you not heard of Elizabetza Barbalini? Have you not heard of Vittoria Leon?"
I look at Elia, who I imagine is, yep.
Yeah, she like timidly like nods. That is what I create. Not just people doing the things that they believe they can do.
Yeah. His will be lower if I send some people around to his house to beat the shit out of him. Then he might fucking listen to me. Yeah, there's there's a part of Adriana that is
So he says, how
many times could your abdomen take a hit from a phone book, you shitty dude?
What's a phone book?
I have banking ledgers.
It's a book full of sounds that you make with your mouth. It's short for a phoneme book.
Oh, okay.
You should do this. You're a singer.
Yes. He says, "Do you want the girl to be just another singer? Or do you want me to mold her like a sculptor molds marble into something perfect?"
They don't. Okay.
The girl has something she wishes to accomplish. I wish to do everything in my power to support her. You're apparently the best. And if she thinks she can work with you, I will find a way to make this work.
Cool. Okay, let's have a look, see what the orb of this resource test is going to be.
Fucking great.
Resources.
Hiring a teacher. +1.
Okay, so we've got Ob 3 is pay for household staff or single professional assistant. Pay and support for a bodyguard or trainer. Ob 4.
Okay. Oof.
So yeah, it would be Ob 4, it's Ob 5 because you failed the persuasion test.
Yeah. And I
Yeah. So he
I presume I can't make a haggling link test this particular time around because I forked it in. Because I will do it.
I don't know. What do we think? Can we make a haggling here?
I am open to the vote of the table. I would appreciate the opportunity because I have 5 resources and I have Pennywise, so I have a chance, but it would be hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, make it, but it would just be difficult.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be more difficult because it's enmity anyway.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
this is so crucially this is opposed haggling because we're no longer in
Yes.
like what do you consider out. We're like, okay, no, your time has value and
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
what
yeah.
value
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. So this is the opposed haggling test, but because of the enmity clause, he's gonna get 2
Sure.
2 free successes essentially.
Okay. Do we think he has haggling?
Hell, yeah, of course he's got haggling.
Ugh. Right.
Like this
fine.
is his job, is like squeezing rich merchants so that he can mold their children into perfect sculptures of singers.
You make it weirder every time you say it. Okay.
So let's make him a carrot sheet because we're gonna need one of those.
Yeah. Okay. So I have haggling. I would normally say I fought persuasion, but I don't think I can because I just failed a persuasion test.
yeah.
Which seems reasonable. Forking currency-wise, definitely. This is about money.
Mm-hmm.
Forking accounting, because this is the process of like, here's how much money you make, here's how much money I know you make on these things, here's how much this like will cost across the entire process, here's how I can slightly shift things so that we avoid tax. Appraisal is the value of like stuff, not people's time, I'm pretty sure. Just the value worth certain items. Yeah. I don't think administration. I can make a very vague argument for city-wise, but no, I don't think it really works. Okay, haggling, 2 modifiers.
Give me.
Do you want to roll first?
Yes,
and
I
then
will roll first. I'm just
the
looking.
obstacle for my test.
I'm looking to see if he would have any forks for haggling.
Well, if he's got a kind of customer, he's got that person wise.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay.
And he's probably got like tutoring wise.
Tutoring doesn't surely come into it on me. Like, I'm not being tutored.
Yeah,
No,
true.
It would just be like with how much it's worth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tutoring wise.
Okay, so he's gonna make a haggling test. With 1 fork. So yours is an ob 3.
Okay. Oh! Sick.
Nicely done.
Nice, you did it.
Normal price.
No, success knocks it down by 1.
No, because you tied.
Yeah, it has to be above.
So, alright.
Yeah, and he's defending against you haggling.
I have 2 6 in there. I am spending my last fate
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
because that will make my life easy. That should have been 2d6. So I will roll 3.
Roll 1 more. And
Okay,
then
There's a floating notification over my text box, so I cannot for the life of me see what I'm rolling.
okay, so you got that
okay.
1 6. Yeah.
Okay, so I beat
4
it, so I
successes.
knock the ob down by 1.
Yeah, so it's an ob 4 resource test.
Okay. Cool. I haven't made any funds or anything like that, annoyingly,
Nope.
so I don't have anything to fork into this. Resources, 0 modifiers. Arthur, I don't have any left. Base obstacle 4. I don't have any fate left, but I have the ability to reroll 46. Sick. Wish I
Great.
kept those fate.
Great.
That is a failed resources test.
Tax yourself.
Cool.
I think that's a tax of 2 on a difficult.
Do we want to get a break while we work out
Yeah.
tax?
Yeah. Let's do that. Yeah.
Because that's less interesting to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay. Yeah.
I guess my question is this a success at which I'm like hiding how much this is hurting me to hire this person, or is this I just can't afford it?
No, you could pay for it. It's just,
Okay,
it's
so-
costing a lot.
Okay, and I am absolutely
expensive.
100% keeping it secret from Elia
Yeah.
that this is like hurting my finances.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
he's hideous and expensive.
Cool. Okay, cool. Well, we'll be back in just a few short moments for the third part of the show. Hope you all enjoy the break, and we'll see you in a bit.